What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today, guys, I'm going to be doing my first look, first impressions, and should you play of the new Digimon ReArise game. I know it's been out for quite a while. I think the actual global release is like approaching about a week. I think it came out like on Wednesday or Thursday of last week, something like that. But it was launched in the Canadian server well over a week ago, so I know I'm late. I just had a lot going on, and I honestly was not thinking to cover this game because I didn't think I'd have the time, but shout out to, let me pull up his name, as I don't want to butcher his name. Shout out to No Hug For You in the Discord, and also Josh from Josh First for actually setting me up with this rerolled account that got me into the game, and doing pretty well on my account. But I did want to go over, should you play it? Is it worth your time? Is it worth, your time investment, possible money investment to play this game? Is it fun? So on and so forth. And I'm going to be doing a very big comparison to Digimon Lynx, which was a big flop for Bandai. Probably about 2 years ago, and Digimon Lynx was actually closed down, so Bandai can support this game over Digimon Lynx. So let's get into it. So obviously, we have this little kind of world here. If you guys played Dragalia or any other kind of game that has a little farm area, this is where you can interact with your Digimon. So let's start with this. Here is basically where you can feed your food to your Digimon. And basically what you want to do is when you start off with like rookies and stuff like that, I believe your bond level can only go up to 30. And then champions, I believe, go up to 50. And then when you get finally to your Mega or your final stage, even your ultimates, like Metal Greymon Blue is an ultimate, but he still goes up to 99 bond, right? So the goal here is you want to feed them food they like. So kind of some of you guys played Damachi, where you guys had those 3 different like items or other different items that you would feed to your heroes, and you would get more basically CP, EXP for those heroes when you guys fed in food they like. So for instance, the common bacon, my Greymon likes that a lot, so you'll see his bond level go up. So I only have a little bit of food, but you got already there, and then give him the steak too. That brought him already up 2 levels of bond, and the higher your bond rate up is, then the more actual luck you basically have for drops in the game when you're farming different items, whether they're chips, whether they're bits, whether they're training materials, things like that. The more bond level you have, then the higher chance you go for getting extra drops, better drops, higher level drops, so on and so forth. So it's very, very beneficial that you guys want to get your bonds up as fast as you can. There is an exclusive item called Protein in the game, which basically you want to save those if you guys want to spend the rubies. It's 40 rubies right now for 5 of them. And then you basically can use 2 of those once you get to level 60 bond out of 99. 2 of those will max them out to 99 bond. And the other important thing is, I'm going to show you guys real fast, is if I were to go to my plugins, for instance, and these are basically your gears. Your gears that you're going to equip your Digimon to give them better stats, to give them different abilities, things like that. I don't think abilities, but stats like more power, more HP, more speed, defense, that kind of thing. If we look at my War Greymon, for instance, you notice here he has a 6th slot, right? And that's simply because he actually has a 99 bond. But if we go back to our Metal Greymon, click on the right one, he has that locked, which means you have to reach a bond level of 99 in order to be able to have that 6th gear slot being able to be equipped, which will matter obviously late game. So if I go to my War Greymon, if we find him here somewhere, there he is. See there, he has 99 bonds. So that is where the feeding and your bond and all that is useful. Now, while you don't actually get level increase in this game, right? You do get bond level increase by bringing them into fights, so it does behoove you to bring in your party. So that being said, it's a good and bad thing. So it's a bad thing in early game terms where you don't get EXP. You can only gain EXP through bits, which are the blue little items up here, right? So the good thing about it is, though, late game, it doesn't mean you're required to, we don't have a 4-star, 3-star, 5-star, feed your 4 stars into 4 stars, get a 5-star, 5 stars, so on and so forth. It's a totally different system in this game compared to like something like Epic 7, even Aloon, where you're fusing to get higher grade rarities, you know, by going from 2 4 stars, make a 5-star, you know, so on and so forth through the fusion system. So this, you can basically bring your best team all the time with your best luck, your best bond, and get your best drops and farm that way. So it's kind of a catch-22. It's bad early game because it requires a lot more resources to level up and power up your Digimon, as opposed to getting levels as you go, where you could possibly be like one strong Digimon and then level up your other party by getting the EXP you get from the stages. So it's got its balances, right? So that's pretty much what we have to go over for this, for the farm area. Now there is these incubators here. So when you have Digi-Eggs, you put them in the incubators and you basically, you know, like pet them. Over time, they are going to hatch, and then you get in training Digimon. So I have 1 in training left in my farm, which is Tanamon here, right? So you want to also get this bond up to 15. So if you click your little present box here, well, I guess it won't let me click anymore, but you will have also baby in training food as well, which you can only feed to your egg baby in training Digimon. See, it has a different symbol there as opposed to like the strawberries and the meat and all that kind of stuff. So once you get your bond level to 15 through that, and then you have enough time, you see there she's about like a fifth or an eighth of the way done. Then she's at her last stage here now, so she will become a rookie Digimon, and then she'll be a regular Digimon that I can then invest resources into if I want to, and do all that, so on and so forth. So that is basically your farm area of how you're going to go about doing that. So now let's go into other things. So let's go to social. So social here, you guys have a friend list. Obviously, you have a Digi Guild, which is your guild, and then you have a news function. So obviously the news function, pretty self-explanatory. That is going to be basically, if you guys play links, you guys will see here, you'll have friends of updated info, you have help requests, things like that, and support requests. So what support requests are, is this is going to be your raids in the game. So when you get a support request, it's going to take you then over here, and these are all your friends. Now, you can only join raids of people that are either, I believe, in your guild or that are your friends. I think it's just friends, but let's see if it says here in the rules. Let's see here. It actually doesn't say here, but I think it's just friends. So basically, you can join these raids. We'll go and do one real fast, just to, let's see what the lowest level one is, just so we can get through it as fast as we can. That's a 6. Let's see if there is something lower. No. Okay, so what you do is you form your party, and I'm just going to leave this on auto. And you can go to your team here, and then basically this is going to let you pick your team. If you want to change your units out, you just click on this, see all these guys down here, and you can switch your units out if you want to. I'm not going to, but that's basically how you can form your team for Clash. So just for the sake of the tutorial of the overview of the game, I'm just going to go ahead and enter so you guys can kind of see how it plays out. And basically, just like Overhit, for any of my people that are still following the channel from Overhit, you basically have levels of difficulty of each boss. So the boss right now is War Greymon, and you want to get at least 5 of his medals, which start at level 4 and go all the way up to level 10. So starting at level 4, he has a drop rate to drop his medals. You can also get the regular rainbow medals, which you'll need for all your Mega Digimon to Digivolve. You're also going to get the other elemental materials that are obviously needed for each different elemental Digimon, whether you're going to be Digivolving rookies, champions, ultimates, things like that throughout the game. And so a little bit how combat works, you have a skill 1, skill 2. Now if you were to take off auto, then you basically can prioritize which skills you want to use, right? So, and you guys see that little, if it's basically not all the way lit up, then that means you can't use the skill. So I'm actually going to click that off, and then immediately Andromon's going to give us a shield. Then I can click back on Minervamon, and then she's going to go and do her attack. So I'm going to go and take auto back on. But I generally just auto most of the content so far in the game. I haven't faced anything that I was ready for, that I really wanted to take on to really do manual. For some of the 3-star clears for campaign, you will have to manual. And then also, you have a special gauge, which whoever your partner Digimon is, which I recommend is like your best DPS, whether you're going to be using it for AoE control or for single target. And once it fills up, basically on auto, it'll prioritize when you're going to use your special. Now, if you're manually controlling, like if you got to use a special to clear the boss in the last wave of a stage, then that's when you want to go to manual, and then you can then click on your special at the last boss to then take out the enemy, and then that way you get your 3-star clear from that. So that's kind of how that whole system works there. So, and even if you don't kill the boss, I think we are going to beat it. We have 20 seconds left, but hopefully we get one more hit off. We do. So if I didn't kill the boss with those 7 seconds left, then the boss will stay active until the time allows, and I think from the moment it spawns into your into whoever creates the boss room, you have about 3 hours to kill it. So, and you're obviously going to get better rewards based on rank. So I got 1 out of 2. I did 575,000 damage, and then you're going to get different rewards. So these are the elemental drops you get, and these are needed for all Digimon of that type. So this is for the grass type, and then you get also these CP points. So we'll go into the CP shop as well and show you guys what that is. But that is basically, this is probably going to be the most active mode you're going to play, because you're always going to need to be digivolving Digimon as you get new Digimon that you're going to formulate into your team. While I do recommend only going for 5 key units when you start the game for a long time and really perfect those units the best you possibly can. So, and then you're also going to have tabs of things you haven't joined, things you have joined, and then things that have ended. So those, I can claim my rewards. Let's just go and do that one more time just so you guys can see. Once again, first place. And unfortunately, even though I got first place at a level 7, I still did not get any of the character exclusive drops. And then let's go ahead and click on 8 just to see if I can show you guys. And there you go. See, there we go. We got a War Greymon fragment. Now, I was seriously going crazy yesterday because I thought last night was when the War Greymon event was going to end and I wasn't going to get them. Now, I have heard that they do add the character-specific medals into the CP shop after the event ends, but I didn't want to take that risk. But luckily, I did get enough drops, so that's like 1 extra I have now. So that's how Clash Battle goes. So now if you don't see it on your message board, you can just simply go to the Clash Battle section of your quest mode, and then it'll just pop up. So there I accessed it through the news panel that we showed you guys. But then you can also just click on your quest, and then basically you can just click on Clash Battle, and it's going to take you, you guys know different mobile gacha games. There's multiple windows of things to get into different parts of the game, and that's just another part of the gacha here as well, where you can get to different parts. And then obviously your top right button, that's your home button to go back to the main lobby. So now let's go into other things of the game. So social, let's go back real quick. You have your friends list. So pretty cool in this game, you're actually going to get different social points, and you can actually use social points for a couple different things in the game. So, like for instance, I'm going to go ahead and first accept these 2 friends that I got from this one from the Digi Guild. So, and I'm just going to accept this guy too, because I still have 10 people on my friends list. What I recommend doing is maxing out your friends as most as you can, because the more friends you guys have, the more raids you're going to be able to do for the Clash Battles. So you want to try to max them out, and then just go through once you hit maximum, and if you're still getting friend requests, or if you're in a guild and you're trying to add new guildies, go through your list and see what people haven't been active for several days, or 1 day, or whatever you feel is necessary for your account, and then delete those friends. Kind of, you know, what you do kind of in every game, because obviously the more friends you have that are active, the more points you're going to get, and the more things you're going to be able to get in the game. So once you have this every day reset, you can greet all, and then you do that, and that is going to be one of your daily mission rewards as well, and it's going to give them social points, you social points, vice versa. So there you go, you get more social points and even bits for the more friends you have. So super beneficial to max out your friends list in this game. Then let's go into our Digi Guild, and our Digi Guild is basically every time you log in, you're going to get a reward, and if you guys see here, I'm going to click on my reward info first before I accept it. And it shows right here, current reward is going to be a stamina drink and 20,000 bits. So stamina drinks are actually really coolly scaled in this game, because they get better and better as you get higher ranked. And basically what it's going to do, whatever your maximum stamina is, that is what that is going to fill by. And the same when you fill with 10 rubies. 10 rubies basically equals a stamina drink. And every time you guys go up a rank, you guys get more friends you can put in your friends list, and then you also are going to get more maximum stamina you can hold. So let's go ahead and I'm going to claim the reward, and I'm just going to get me a stamina drink, right? So that's pretty cool. And right now I believe that's 25 or more. So I'm actually going to wait next tomorrow, and I'm actually going to see if we get, if you can actually get more than the stamina drink in 20,000 bits. Right now it looks like that's the most, but I wonder if all like 30 or 35 people or all 40 people checked in. Like wait till like the very last minute and see if everyone checks into the guild, and then see if actually you get more than one stamina drink or more than 20,000 bits. Or if anyone knows in the comment section down below about that, please let me know. And I would greatly appreciate your feedback if it's beneficial to wait on claiming your reward till the very last, you know, like right before you're going to go to bed or right before reset or whatever, you know. See if that works out. So that is your social tab. So we went over our social tab and we went over the whole farm function. So let's start going over some other things. So obviously this is just your inbox. These are your daily rewards you're going to get. So right now we have a pretty cool login campaign going on. So today was a login for rubies. So I normally don't get this many, but yeah, I did get 70 rubies here. And then this is your social tab where you can get bits, you can get social points, you can get people that greet you. And how you do that is you just click on any of your Digimon here, and then you go ahead and go to your guest, and you go and greet your guests. And then you're going to get friend points. So I'm going to greet them both, and that's part of your daily missions as well. So let's go into the mission tab so you guys know about that. So here every day, you can get 5 of these lettuce foods. You can get 10,000 bits, another 10 social points, another 10,000 bits, another 10,000 bits. One of the, basically, these are your equipment, and the bronze ones are basically fodder. All your bronze ones you get, don't even bother equipping them because it's such a low stat that I would just wait to get silver, gold, or character specific. Now, the cool thing about this game is character specific equipment can be put on any hero. So as long as it has the right type. Doesn't have to be only that character. And then we actually just did get added PvP today or yesterday. And so now also part of the daily rewards is getting 5 of the PvP medals, which is participating in Battle Park 3 times. And then when you complete all your missions, you get 10 rubies. So not the greatest, but this is Bandai Namco. So you take what you can get. And then obviously you have your weekly rewards. So you get 1 stamina per week. You get 50,000 bits per week. You get a workout vortex key, some CP medals, some battle point medals, and then 1 of the rainbow digicodes, which are used for evolution. And then you have total rewards, which this is just going to be like an ongoing thing that's going to be huge, that you're eventually going to get these rewards when you do these certain big milestones. Like this one is raise 1 Digimon to level 99. So yeah, so those are all the different mission rewards, which if you guys played any mobile gacha game, you guys are very familiar with that. The next thing is your one-time challenges, which have already been completed for me. So it looks like it went all the way back. It went all the way to 3-3. So I would assume every you have like a whole step of 1, a whole step of 2, and a whole step of 3, and you can't really see it because it says complete. But it looks like those are Digivolution materials, the Rainbow Digivolution material, so on and so forth. And I believe this last one was rubies, was like 10 rubies. So you guys it'll just tell you what you have to do to complete each of those steps, and then you guys are going to get those rewards. So this is a one-time thing. Excuse me, unless they decide to refresh it down the road, then this is just a one-time thing that you can't ever do again, unfortunately. So the next thing, when you talk about our menu tab, this is just kind of to show you what you have access to. So you have your game center, your account transfer, which is like your how you can like different save your account, things like that. And then in your settings, those are just kind of your overall settings of how you want to like have your game set up. And then account transfer. Account transfers through social media, transfer through password ID, about device replacement, all that kind of stuff as well. And I believe how you have to reroll, you actually have to reinstall the game. I don't think you can actually just delete. delete the account like you can like in Aloon or other games. Unfortunately, I think you have to go through and delete the entire app and then reinstall, unfortunately. So I think the re-rolling process is pretty long, which was the main reason why I was thinking at the time to re-roll. So thankfully someone helped me out. But yeah, that's for that. Next we go into care items. These are your food items. That's going to increase your bond, which we already went over. These are your workout items, which I'm going to get to in a minute. Then these are your codes. These are what you use for your Digi Evolution, as we talked about a little bit ago. And then these are skill stones, which I don't have any, but those basically improve your skills. Think of them as your Elder Kais or your dupes. If you guys get actual dupes of Digimon, then you can actually feed them in basically as skill stones to increase the skill level of the abilities of your Digimon. And then these are basically your potions. We already went over. Those are stamina recovery bottles. And then these are keys. So Bit Vortex, that's going to be a dungeon to farm exclusively bits. Then we have the Workout Vortex. That's going to be used to farm exclusive workout materials. And then finally the Food Vortex, which is going to be used to farm higher grade food levels. So now let's go back into the summon banner. So these are the banners we have to summon, and we actually are getting a new Metal Garurumon banner, I believe, to drop tonight or tomorrow morning. So the banners will change a little bit if you guys do download the game tomorrow or a couple days from now or a week from now. You guys know mobile gacha games, banners are ever changing. The only thing I do say is the load time on this game is very, very long. That is a big kind of downside on it. But here, you guys see you have a step-up banner. And basically, these are, you go through all the way through 5 steps. So it's 200 at the end, 150 at step 4. Then it's 100 at step 3, 70 at step 2, and then 50 at step 1. So now keep in mind, you are going to get a Greymon skill stone, and you're going to get those keys for the different dungeons. And then at the final step, Rainbow Summon Rate, 30% up, guaranteed first time, guaranteed War Greymon Digimon chain. So basically, this is how they give you a free War Greymon, even though you technically have to spend rubies for it. So you definitely want to do this before the banner leaves. It has 16 days left on it. So you definitely want to do this at least once, because War Greymon is going to be a very, very good single target Digimon to get. There's still the opportunity for you to get other megas as well, because as you guys see there, the summon rate's up 30% for rainbows, which are megas. So now when you pull megas, let's look at the summon rates, and I'll kind of go over how to explain that. You actually cannot pull a legit mega. You cannot pull a starting mega in this game. You can pull an ultimate that can be digivolved into a mega, a champion that can be digivolved to a mega, a champion that can be digivolved into an ultimate, and then a rookie that can be digivolved into an ultimate. So everything can go at least to an ultimate. So basically, look at it this way. Basically, everything in this game is at least an epic hero, if we're talking about from Aloon terms or whatever. Or a 4-star if you want to look at it from like Overhit or Epic 7 or something like that. So everything in this game is by far at least a 4-star or an epic. And then you have the possibility of pulling a legendary or a 5-star. So basically the 5-star, you guys look at the rates there, it's a little over 6%. It's about 6.5%. You guys see there? So 6.5% basically to pull a Mega Digimon, whether it's from a champion or ultimate level. I believe all my pulls on this account that I got were from champions, though. I'm not 100% on that. So, and then if you want to look at the +1 rates, it looks like it's the same. Oh, okay, it is different. So the +1 rates means guaranteed getting a champion. So it looks like you're guaranteed a champion in every pull, it looks like. So as long as you are doing the, it's, okay. I think, yeah, because this is normally rarity rates, and then there's the step-up rate. Okay. So that's the standard rates, and then you can go to the step 1s and whatever and all that stuff too. So those are the rarity rates, and then it has all the different types here as well, and that shows you the different 8 types of what's the highest pull rate. And obviously we have Calm and Brave, which are the featured banner Digimon, which is the Kuyamon, and War Greymon. The ultimate angles are gotten from Talmon, Metal Greymon, and all that kind of good stuff, and they have the higher pull rate at 0.25%. And then the champion ones, you guys see there, you're also going to have a higher rate of 1.6% for Cubimon and Greymon to go into Sakuyamon and Greymon, as opposed to then you have Garudamon who goes to Hyandramon, Marimon that goes to Boltmon, so on and so forth, all the way down the road. And then you have the other rates that go just to ultimates. So, and it just goes down from there. So that's how the banner works. Right now, we only have the step up summon, but like I said, we are going to have this and Metal Garurumon going simultaneously. I'm pretty sure Metal Garurumon will not be step up. I think that is just going to be a regular banner. And then we are going to have the Brave plugin. Then you also have your plugin banners. So these are your equipments. And if we look at the summon rates here, that you have a 95% rate to pull a rare 2. I believe those are the silver ones. And then you have a 4.6% to pull a gold equipment. And the gold equipments are the highest grade ones you can get outside of the character exclusive equipments. So you guys see here, and those are all the different rates, rare 2, and yeah, so guaranteed, I think all these pulls are guaranteed silvers, and then you have your gold. So I would say if you have your whole team filled out, and that's going to be your team you're going to use for content for a while, at least for like a month or so, then maybe you want to throw a couple summons here on whatever your priority Digimon are, whether they're Brave, Calm, Deft, Tenacious, Devoted, and then finally we have our social one, which I'll explain in a minute here as well. So I would say maybe try to do a pull on like one type of each. Brave, I think, is definitely the one to go for because that's going to help your DPS units. Arrow Vidramon is a really good unit that we all got for free for the pre-release celebration. Very, very good ultimate Digimon that can output DPS similar to Megas. And then, obviously, War Greymon is the free Mega in the game, which is a Brave unit as well. So, just look at your types and see which ones are best for you. But the other thing is cool, which I'm going to talk about social points now, is the big things to use on your social points is either to use them in this friend summon, which you can get silver. You cannot get gold, unfortunately, but you can get silver. I did 2 friend summons today, and I ended up getting 3 silvers overall. So you have a 5% rate to get a silver. So, you should get at least 1 per multi, almost. So I guess you could get, since it is only 5%, and it is not a guaranteed. So you do have the opportunity to not get 1, but still, I got at least 1 silver in each multi. I think it's a very good early game way to use your friend points because you're probably going to struggle a lot for silver and gold gear early on, and I don't even have equipment on all my Digimon yet because I haven't summoned on these big banners. Obviously, if you summon on one of these big banners, then you're going to be able to fill out your equipment really, really fast. So there you go. That's the summon banners for the game. So let's go into the last couple of things to go into for the game. And since we already went through combat, I'm just going to go over the different modes of which you can get. So plugins, here we go. This is your equipment as we talked about earlier. And basically, when you click on a guy, so let's click on Minervamon. So Minervamon is I believe, the Defit type, I believe is what it was. So she's going to be able to use specific materials starting at the silver grade. So starting with the silver, or I'm sorry, she's Calm type because it says it right there. You can only use Calm type gear on this Digimon. So you see there, all that gear, only Calm type can be used, right? So there you go. That's how that works. And then if you go to here, same thing. You got to use Calm type gear on all the different gear slots. So you have 6 gear slots, and unfortunately, I don't have any other plugins that I can equip with her. But like I said, we have the Panda here, and even though it is for Pandamon, I still can equip it onto her, even though I'm not going to get as big of a boost. So you don't get as much of a boost as you would on it. Unfortunately, I can't double click on that. But you still are going to get those stats there. So 6 on tech attack and then 4 speed. So that is pretty awesome with that. So that's how you do your equipments. If you go to your plugin, just little section here, then you can look at all the different plugins you have. And then it is actually going to show you set, that little green set button there. Then it's going to show you what ones are equipped. And then you can block your gear as well. That way you don't make a mistake and sell it. And I recommend locking all your silver, gold, and character-specific gear until, speaking of that, I didn't have that one locked because that one's not equipped, until you guys really progress and get a lot more gear down the road. So, and then you can also sell your plugins. If you want to sell your plugins, if you want bits, you can sell your plugins for bits. So there you go. So that's how you can get some bits if you guys are lacking bits. I wish I wouldn't have sold as many plugins because now I don't have fodder to level my plugins. So I wish I would have held on to some and I would have just farmed the bit dungeon, but I didn't. And then you can enhance your plugins. So for instance, I'm working on Starmon. I have it evolved up to a star level 5. It starts at star level 1. You have to get them to +5, and then you can evolve them. So let's go and just going to do select recommended, and that's going to go ahead and get me up to level 4. And let's see if I have enough to actually get to level 5. And we do, and I believe this will be maxed out now then. Yep, so max. So it's at +5. At maximum evolve, so I have the Starmon ability completely maxed out, and you guys are seeing there I'm getting 500 HP and 111 defense from that, so not too shabby at all. So pretty cool, and that's how you basically level up your gear in this game. And you are going to get your gear drops by doing normal story. So, and there we go, we got a mission, which we'll go into later. So, let's go over into train real fast, and I'll just show you guys how you guys do this. So upgrade, this is basically, we're going to have our upgrade system where if you can upgrade a Digimon, like for instance here, you just hold down and it's going to use your bits to upgrade. I'm not going to use too many bits because if I were to hold down, it would drain a lot of my bits like that, which I shouldn't have done, but for the sake of the video, because I have all the Digimon I'm using right now maxed out level. And then you're going to see that now you have to do different things in order to get them further in the process once they're at max level. So if I go back to train, once they're at max level, what you have to do, you have to awaken them. You know, so basically what that is you have to find these specific gears, these specific workout materials. So you have to go to get workout chips, and if you have enough of them, it's going to show 7 out of 3, 1 out of 1, however many you have. But if it's in red, that means you don't have enough of them. And then if you don't have the materials to make that chip, then you have to go farm those chips. So they did make this really easy to find out where to farm them. So you just click on this, and unfortunately, that is the only one you can do is the combat vortex, which you have to unlock with keys. And those are where those keys comes in, where you have to use your keys to get the higher level 5 materials for certain ones, like the combat chip here. So that's how you guys get your different materials. Once you go through and you unlock all 6 of those, then you can do the regular awakening. Awakening is just going to require bits. Once you have the bits required to do all that, then I believe this is the last awakening I have to do, and then you can actually then max level him to 99, and then your character will be maxed leveled and be completely done as far as awakening and levels go, and then that's pretty much how you guys do that. So, but if we were to go to, let's go to a different one so I can kind of show you guys, like for the level 2, for instance. So if I wanted to get that, not only can I go to the vortex here, which I have to use a key, but I can actually go to my different scenes. And so if I just click on Act 3, Scene 6, it's going to bring me into this. And let's go and do the run real fast just so I can show you how you can use the repeat function to keep farming that level. So I'm going to go and select my friends, select my team. And like I said, always when you're farming, especially for these materials, you definitely want to be bringing the Digimon that have the highest bond. That way you're getting the best amount of experience for your bonus drops. So make sure you guys are doing that as well. So this shouldn't take very long at all. If Minervamon is up, then she can just one-shot them. Okay, she wasn't, unfortunately, because I left it on auto. Alright, so we'll just do this. So she can just bang, one and done, do that. I just should have manualed that to make that a little faster for you guys, but whatever. Okay, so you're going to get your Tamer experience, you're going to get your bits, then you're going to get your acquired items. And then right here, see there, mood bonus, that's going to show you what the bonus you're going to get. So I got the bacon, I got some of the level 2 materials, so on and so forth. And then it's actually going to let me, when you saw that pop up where it was like how many left you have to get, you just can hit retry, and then you're going to be able to keep going in. And once you hit the maximum materials, it's going to say materials, maximum materials or whatever acquired, and then you can stop farming that stage. You can go ahead and feed the materials in, and then you can keep going on other Digimon or materials and see which ones you guys want to work on next. So that's how the whole training system basically works. I think I hit everything on training. Okay, and then the other thing is Digivolve, of course. So I'd have to go to a Digimon that can Digivolve. So you guys see here, I have all the materials, but I have to awaken her. So I have to awaken her, and it's going to show you what you have to have before you can Digivolve. So first of all, you got to have the materials. So you have to have the 3 elemental materials and the rainbow materials, and then you also have to have them at level 60 and you have to have their bond at level 60 as well. So those are all the prerequisites of what you have to do to evolve this Digimon to its next ultimate level. And then obviously it's going to be easier as there are lower Digimon. So like for instance here, for Caramon, you only have to have them at level 20, and then you have to have Digibond at level 20 as well, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much how that works. You know, a lot easier, and you start off at 15 bond because you start off at 50 bond. So that's how that goes. So that is how the Digivolution process works. And then finally, skill upgrades. Like I said, those were the stones you guys get, as well as dupes that you get as well. And you'll actually see what's cool about, I actually really like this about the skill upgrade, is you can actually click on whatever's ready, and then you can actually see you have a dupe of that. So if I click on here, and then I can just click on Caramon, and then I can just skill upgrade it like that. So that's how that works. So that is pretty nifty as well, as a, you know, just a pretty cool quality of life thing to go into. And then finally, let's just go into the quest mode so you guys can see all the different quests, which we already pretty much touched on. So the Dimensional Vortex, this is all the different materials you guys can get between food. There's your food vortex. You have your different material vortex. That's for the specific training materials you need. You have your bit vortex, which is going to be for your bits, which you need to level heroes, which you need defeating gear, blah, 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 awakening, all the different stuff. It's basically your gold in this game. So lots of different stuff, and all the other ones here are just are different food vortexes. So specifically for the different types of Digimon: water, earth, plant, holy, fire, electric, wind, dark, so on and so forth, and then the different training materials as well. So that's how that goes. And finally, we already talked about Clash Battle, main story. This is all the main story stuff. So this is where you're obviously going to start the game. And when you guys do 3-star clear everything, you actually can see what the 3-star clear reward is. So like for instance, on Act 11, if you 3-star clear everything, you're going to get 25 rubies. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. And now there is only normal difficulty, unfortunately. So there's only 11 acts in normal difficulty. And when you have it completely completed, meaning you have 3-star cleared all the levels, you'll see that little 3-star complete button there. Otherwise, you'll just see clear. And that's basically your campaign in this game. So, and the final thing to talk about in today's video is going to be the Underworld, which I'm a little disappointed how they did this. This is your Abyss Tower, basically. But you have to use stamina to play them. Like, I don't know why they felt you need to use stamina for this. They just could have had like 3 keys per day, like normally they do in gachas, where it's like your tower mode. I don't know if this resets every month or if it's just a one-time thing, but at any rate, stamina is a pretty big thing early game in this game. So I really wish they would have not done stamina for this. But obviously, you clear each level, you're going to be able to get different things. So there is a, gold bit there. So different things. I mean, there are good rewards here as you get further and further down. But early game, I would not recommend using a lot of your stamina on trying to beat these. I would just recommend using your stamina to max out your all your Digimon first, and then take it from there. So there's that. Oh, and we got to talk about PvP, because PvP was just added. So Battle Park is your PvP, so let's go and do one fight. I haven't been able to auto this completely. I haven't had any issues yet. So, and I actually just did if you just click your team here, you can go ahead and click what team you want to use. And I just did my recommended team, and because it's the only units I've really worked on, it just defaulted selected all these for me. So you go into that, you hit go, and then it's going to start up your battle. And same thing as if you were doing any content in the game, you can either choose to manual to queue your skills, or you can auto and do that as well. And since obviously I'm still fighting a lot of low-level people for whatever reason, I'm just going to go ahead and auto, and it's just waiting to load. And this is against AI, so this is not like Lynx, where it was turn, they get a turn based on speed and all that. This is just a pure AI thing, like a Loon, like Epic 7, Overhit, all that kind of stuff. So that's how that works. And cool, we actually got promoted, so that's pretty cool. And you are going to get rewards. Or no, now I have my promotion battle. Okay, so you have your season rewards. So this is where your ranking is. So right now I'm pretty low. I want to try to at least get to the top top 8,000 to at least get 200 rubies. But those are the ranking rewards. And then if you go to rank rewards, every time you get promoted one time, I believe it's only one time. I don't know what you're going to get your rank reset to, how far back they're going to push you back at the end of each season. But then you're going to get these rewards one time each time you rank up. So you get rubies and battle medals as well. So that's how that whole thing works. And that's pretty much everything I think I covered. This is a really long video. I didn't expect it to be over 30 minutes, but I did want to go over everything. You know, the shop, right. We didn't talk about the shop. Right. The shop, the very last thing. So, the shop is probably the most underwhelming thing in the game, to be honest. I'm not thrilled with the structure of the shop, of what you get for what you spend. Most of these packs are not very good. The protein, I would say get 1, just because those are actually going to get 2 proteins is basically going to bring your Digimon's bond level from 60 to 99. So I would say get 1, because that's basically going to get at least 2 to 3 Digimon up to 99, which will help you a lot as far as like progression goes. But other than that, like the only thing I buy is just the 5-pack stamina, because basically I get 2 free foods from it, and it's the same as if I were to use regular refreshes, and you can get 100 of those for I don't know if it's 10 hours it resets or what, but I'll have to see on that. But yeah, that's what I would do. I mean, you could spend 50 rubies to get the 5 proteins and then 1 stamina if you want, but I would just get the 5 proteins for 40 just to save you 10 rubies, to be honest, because it is actually the same thing, because 10 rubies is 1 refresh, and that's 1 stamina bottle. So that's the thing. They don't incentivize you to buy these packs. Like, they don't give you higher value, and that's why I'm really disappointed in those. But that's what you can do to purchase your rubies. You can then go ahead and purchase rubies as well, and to buy real money. So prices are typical Bandai, pretty bad. So you get a little bit of a discount here, but I still don't recommend buying them, to be honest, unless you really, really want to spend money in the game. It's not very good value. We have our Digi-Orbs here. Now, when you sell Digimon, you're going to get these Digi-Orbs. Depending on the rarity, you'll get more orbs, obviously. But you do have to get 800 to basically get a skill unlock for any Digimon. Obviously, you want to try to use these on your Megas. So you'll have them for each type: Bravery, Calm, Tenacious, etc. The 5 types that we have. So that's how you can cash those in. Will take a long time unless you summon a lot, spend a lot of money, but there's that. Then we have our Battle Medal Exchange, our Battle Park Medal Exchange, rather. That is going to be what you get for your PvP. I recommend saving for 750 to get this, because this is a guaranteed Mega Kangomon, if I'm saying that right. Kangomon. So I recommend saving for that. That would be really, really nice, because it's a guaranteed Mega. These are misleading, because you may get a Digimon that can raise into a Mega, not a guarantee. So they are only 100, but I don't recommend them. It looks like everything refreshes outside of the Big Egg, and it takes 16 days. So we'll have that for 16 days, and then everything else is 10 hours it refreshes. So there you go. You can get this as well. Still not really worth it. That costs 200 for 1 stamina drink and some chips. And then some food is pretty much what you get out of that. I don't think that's worth it either. I think that's a trap. And then we have our CP metal shops. This is going to be for your raid. You can get different things like that. Unfortunately, right now, we only have the bronze plugins, and then you have the materials. So the materials aren't bad if you're not getting the drops you need, if you're not getting the specific elements, beating those raids that you need, especially maybe the ultra rare gold ones. I did buy a couple to get my Digimon Digivolved early, so that is what you can buy from there. And then finally, the social point shop is going to be, you can buy decorations. That's all these are. So I don't recommend buying any of these, to be honest, because they're decorations. You can buy decorations and food. Maybe if you really need the food for certain things, you might want to do that. So if you're really, really strapped on that, but I still don't recommend it. I recommend actually you can use 400 social points to actually get a full stamina refresh, or like I said, you can use them on the summon banner. So that is going to be my final review of Digimon ReArise. Overall, what do I think about it? I think that it's an okay game right now. I'm holding off my, like, for sure opinion, like, this is the gacha you should play, this is the gacha of the year, until I really see a lot more months of the game from Bandai to see what they do, because I was super stoked in the Digimon links, and that ended up being a big letdown. So I'm not going to say this game's truly amazing, and you guys should all play this and quit all your other gachas or mobile games or whatever you're doing to play this game. So yeah, I'm not there yet. It is fun. I think as far as for time commitment, you're going to put a lot of time early on if you really want to get your account stabilized early. And then you're going to kind of level off and not have to commit so much time. So for that, it could be a very good balanced game, similar to like maybe Dokkan Battle, where like early game Dokkan is very grind heavy to get established, but then later down the road, it's not one of those games like Epic 7, Alune, Overhit, so on and so forth, where you're leaving it continuous on auto repeat, you're continuously having to do all these different things. Like this could be a game where it's like you drain your stamina, you play your PvP, shut it off for 2 hours, come back. You know, it could be kind of one of those situations where you do that, as opposed to, you know, like Alune or Epic 7, where you have all these different game modes to do and you have so much to do. So I feel that's where it's at. So if this is a game where you want to play maybe 4 to 5 hours a day, this is a solid game to pick up. The way they structured it is that you don't need an obscene amount of heroes to stay relevant in this game, to do well. So I do appreciate that unlike Lynx you needed so many different Digimon for different things. And it was such a chore to get them maxed out. This game, far easier to max them out, even though it doesn't seem like that way early. You don't have to get dupes of +4s and +5s and craziness like that. Skill ups are the only thing you're lacking if you don't have a lot of extra copies. So that is going to be my overall opinion of the game. Like I said, not an obscene amount of time you need to commit like Epic 7 or Alune or Overhit, but you know, you get out what you put into it. So that's going to be my overall opinion. Take it for what you guys think. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about the game, feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. I really do appreciate you guys checking out the video today, my first impressions of the game, and I'll be back later for my top 5 reroll Digimon, as well as some other content I plan to release on the game. And make sure you guys check out Joshverse as well. He's who got me into the game, so make sure you guys check out his channel. He's got a ton of guides already. I just started pumping out guides or videos for this today, so obviously my stuff's going to be a lot slower. He's got a lot more things going on for Digimon on his channel, so make sure you guys check out that as well if you guys are looking for some info right away. But I will be doing my own stuff as well, so make sure you guys check that out. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below, ring that bell, and like the video if you guys did like today's content. I appreciate you guys checking me out today, and I'll see you guys in the next Digimon ReArise video. Peace out, guys.